Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I know that folks are joining and probably confused because you're like, wait, it's not Tuesday. It is indeed not Tuesday. It is Sunday and it's been a heck of a Sunday. So I'm going to start with y'all, and Lester says he's on his way and we'll talk about that more. But right now the sun is setting at the JL Ranch and I didn't want you to miss it. So I thought we would watch together. Look at that golden hour fabulous lighting that's happening right now. I wish Lester was here because it would be like the most perfect picture. I'm a little orange now. I feel like an orange man. Holy cow. Walk away. Walk away. That's better. But let me get folks connected here, and then I'm going to show you some things. And I have things to talk about that I was like, I should make a video. But if you're watching the live, you might get a little sneak peek as to what's going on here at the JL Ranch. Okay, let me figure out how. Lester taught me this once. Go to camera, switch to, oh boy, and that. Look at who is hanging out in the sunset. Grandpa and Duke, and Daisy was here. I don't know where she went. Hey, Duke. He's starting to know his name, which is pretty cool. I'm at the JL Ranch this evening. It has been a day, y'all. Lester and I divided and conquered, and we got a lot accomplished today, but we have not reconnected. So you're going to get to see our little reunited moment. Hey, Daisy. Hey, beautiful. Oh, careful, careful. You can tell they've been hanging out here quite a bit, talking to the neighbors through the fence. I don't know what kind of hand signals that they've got figured out, but you know, I know that they chat a lot and tell stories. They probably talk mess about me, to be real with you. But I was excited that they were up here for this glorious view we're about to see here. Hey, Duke, how are you? For anybody that doesn't know, these horses belong to a neighbor who leases this property. And since we bought JL Ranch, that neighbor has allowed us to interact with his horses. We keep an eye on them. I'm allowed to give them snacks. I'm allowed to brush them, that type of thing. And this is Grandpa. I named them all because they didn't have names. This is Grandpa. And this is his son, Duke, and his daughter, Daisy. But there's something about this Texas sunset tonight that is just stunning, absolutely stunning, that I wanted y'all to witness. Now, if Lester was here, he would be making sure his longhorns got into the picture of that, so maybe I should walk over and do something like that, since, we do have, those aren't even our animals. We have our own animals that we could put into the sunset and get a beautiful view of. That was just mine directly as I was walking out. Sanctuary Sunday will look a little different tonight because Lester's not here yet, and it has been a busy day. Well, hello, Pearl. How you doing, Pearl friend? Y'all want to do a bag report? A live bag report? Because Pearl friend is looking quite active, if you want to know the truth. Pearl friend is making her way. I'll just say that. Did you knock over my box? That's my project. That's a project that I have to work on still, and you knocked it off of the okay, great. All right, so do y'all see the bag report on Pearl? That's come a long way since we last talked about. Baby, I'm not judging you. I'm just pointing some things out so that people can keep tabs on what's going on. Don't hide behind that wall, sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. You have a beautiful bag. Yeah. Okay, we won't embarrass her anymore. So let's see if we can. Oh, yeah. That sky's on fire tonight, y'all. Hi, Danny. Hi, Ruby Sue. What are you doing? Why are you putting your horns in the barbed wire, you weirdo? Hi, Danny. Danny K. Oh, boy. And Ruby Sue. Aw, Rube. Rube. I want it. No, we're not going to be mean. I will scratch your head, but you don't need to. I don't want your tongue all. I don't want my arm in your whole mouth, okay? I don't. People want to see you in the sunset. Danny was coming up for some love, and you ruined the moment, Ruby. Can you just be a lady? Please? Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah, just have Danny. Oh my gosh. Baby, no one wants to see that. Poor Danny. Poor sweetie. How's this for a Sanctuary Sunday? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, as we're still watching the sun be a little on fire here, we also have our own little fire here, and it's a firecracker. And her name is Ruby Sue. Ruby Sue and Danny K. Yeah, don't, baby, you're embarrassing yourself right now. Why? Why? Eating your sister's ear and the gate all at once. All right, so out here, I do believe that is, man, I think that's Marilyn right there, but I can't, and I can't make that judgment until she, excuse me, I don't want you to ask me about my extended warranty. Okay. I think that's Marilyn, and I want to see the bag situation, but I can't tell if that's Marilyn until I see the side of her. And that's because Santana has a brand and Marilyn does not. Okay, let's see here. Oh my gosh, y'all, it is Marilyn. And Marilyn has a bag. You heard it here first. Marilyn has a bag. I'm beating your dad, Longhorn Lester, to saying these things, my beautiful girl. I am. Hey, Ivy. Hello. Okay, if I was gonna make the Lester report here, I would be like do 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 do. No, wait, no, that's Dora. How do you do the newscast like do 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 do? Uh, anyway, Marilyn has a bag, and that's a fresh bag, meaning you knew the whole time, Charlene. She's like, duh, duh, where you been, duh. Marilyn, I'm so proud. Ruby, seriously, did you see her just swing her head to look at Ivy? Ivy, I'm so sorry. That was a lot of sass in there, baby. Hey, boo. Hello, handsome. This is monumental for me because I was out here today doing chores and I saw what I thought was Marilyn. I'm like, that's Marilyn. That's a bag. That's a bag. We were not convinced. Hi. We were not convinced that Marilyn was able to reproduce. And I'm looking at her right now because Lester thought she was in heat. And I'm looking at her right now, and this, when I'm on StreamYard, I cannot zoom. But I'm looking at her right now, and she has a bag of more than she's ever had one. You knew too? Did you know? Did you just lick your lips because you knew? Why didn't you tell me? You thought I knew? I'm so sorry I wasn't clear. I really, I didn't know. I was not convinced. Even you knew? Oh, that's Charlene again, yelling at us. Okay, everybody here knew but me. It's fine. Are you going to stick your tongue out at me again and embarrass me on a live video? No? Okay. Oh, you did it again. I love you. I love you so much. So anyway, that's really big news for us, y'all. Lester's not going to believe it. Even when he sees it, he's going to be like, nah, I'm not convinced. I'm convinced, y'all. Because 2 weeks ago, 10 days ago, when I made that bag report video, there was none of that. And now I'm all the way here at the gate, and Marilyn's got a bag. Marilyn's got as much of a bag as when Jezebel had a bag, and I was like, hey, Jezebel's got a bag. And 2 days later, Jezebel had Trinity. Now Marilyn's got a bag. And that has to have come from one of our bulls. I'm going to say, okay, I'm not going to say that I know. Well, hello. How are you? Hi, sweet girl. Can I touch you? I'm not going to say who and when and how, but there are probably people on here who have been keeping track for Lester who know. Oh, this is so sweet. She's so gentle. Well, with me anyway. Hey, Patsy. Hey, Loretta. Do you want... Oh, that was in your head. That was kind of mean. That was kind of pokey. I'm just saying. I think that the dates line up with it being Tex because I don't think we had moved him yet, but I don't know for sure, to be honest. So I won't make that. That'll be a Lester video to figure that out. I just want you to know that you heard it first here on Sanctuary Sunday with Jamie, that the bag report has confirmed that Marilyn indeed has a bag and that Pearl's bag is quite developed. And if those two beautiful ladies out there, Dolly and Reba, would come up, we could confirm a thing or two, too. Now, one of them looked like she was ready to have 4 babies all at once when we made that video. And I'm not real sure. I thought it was Reba, but now I'm looking at Dolly and she looks pretty big too. Maybe it's just a little summer bloat. That's what I'm going to go with anyway, is that when someone looks at me, I'm going to be like, it's summer. I'm swollen. Okay. Just swollen. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh. You are smirking. I saw that smirk. I see your nostrils flaring and your ears perking up, and I see Bucky's having to look away because you're both laughing at me so hard. I see you, baby. I do. Anyway, back to our what? Back to our bag report here. I see that Gracie's bag is pretty well engulfed as well. And Gracie never nursed anyone. So that tells me a lot. Like while she's given birth before, the sun's going down even further. She never had anything nursed off of her. We could not get Danny to nurse off of Gracie. It was so miserable hot last summer. In fact, their birthday is coming up. I think that Ruby is July 16th. Danny is like a week later. You want me to touch you? I didn't get to touch you yet because she ran you away. Can we do it? Oh, okay. Okay. That was really sweet. She really is a pretty cow, y'all. She has the most stunning eyelashes and the prettiest red in her ears. And she's so stocky. I don't remember Gracie being that like big shouldered, I guess. But then again, Ruby and Danny are the first ones that are gentle enough for us to touch up that close. You know, everybody else was pretty much kept at a distance because Santana's a distance mom. Anyway, I'm squirreling it over here like Lester does, fully talking about 20 different things all at once. So Pearl and Gracie have moved up the ranks here in baby predictions. And Marilyn might have just like gone to the front of the line, except for I can't see Dolly and Reba. Hi, sweet girl. She's like, what about me? No babies for you, my love. No babies. Too soon. Way too soon. Bucky's, I don't really like you in this corner, sir. You think that you might want to back up just a smidge? Go hang out with everybody else? They've all eaten already. And they've all had their grain and hay and their supplements and cold water, a bath today. It doesn't look like a bath because they've rolled directly in the dirt afterwards. But, okay, you just wanted to hang out and be in the video? All right, I love you. I love this little girl being so curious up here. That makes my heart really happy. Hi, sweet girl. You want me to touch you one more time? One more time? Oh, you touched me. That was so sweet. That was like a high five, a little boop. I like boops. Somebody says, I can't keep up with their names, much less the dates. I'm keeping up with names and I'm pretty proud of it. Dates, I have it all written down in a book, but not here with me. Sadie is in the RV cooling off. Sadie ate some dinner and she looked at me and was like, I'm gonna just lay right here. So she is cooling off inside the RV. And I thought while it was still light enough to come outside and watch the sunset that we would do so, because it's one of my favorite parts of the day. It's very peaceful and refreshing and, you know, fun to have some closure to a day. I mean, not closure in life, but like, it just gives you like a reminder of like you get a reset. Tomorrow's another day and we get another moment to tackle it all again and to do it all again. Marilyn, are you embarrassed, baby? Why are you sticking your nose? She literally has her nose to the post and she's turned into it. I don't know what you're doing, baby. I can't. I've seen animal. Oh, your horn was just hung up a little bit. No? What's wrong? You're not sure about how you're feeling or how to explain how you feel? You look mad. Like real mad. If I'm being honest, you look like you're not pleased about your circumstances at all. I'm so sorry. But you're in the cool kid club now. That's what Dad wanted. And apparently what Tex wanted. Reba and Dolly, if you could come on over, that would be great. Boy, look out, Ruby. The UFO is everybody's favorite space by far, of course. Look, Gracie is turning her head completely sideways. There's so much grain on this end, and there's so much that they've knocked on the ground at this point in time. But she is turning her head completely sideways to get what's all the way up in that dang corner. Yeah. Do I water the neighbor horses? Linda, I have not, since their pond is completely full and accessible. Whenever, if it gets dry or they are not able, if it gets too treacherous for them to walk into, then I will put out a water trough. I have never, gone on that guy's property to look at, like there's a whole backside of where he enters and stuff and to look at his setup or anything, but he says he has water for them. And for now, like I said, they have the pond. And their pond is looking pretty good in reality. I can see that from our property. Is Lester still moving hay? Yes. I don't know if he's actually still moving hay or putting hay up, but he messaged me and was like, just start without me. So here we are, hanging out, just us gals. M. Gray says she's having surgery on Wednesday and she's very nervous. Well, M. Gray, we're praying for you and we hope that you find some rest before and after as well. I didn't plan on answering questions or anything so soon into the live. I mostly just wanted to hang out and watch what's going on over here. I do still have to go water the bulls, but I can't take my eyes off of this scenario right here. It's just really pretty. Oh, she's coming up. Her curiosity has peaked and she's coming to see all the things. You need me to scratch your horns, Marilyn? right. I'm going to try my best to capture some of the other comments that are going by. Because Lester's not here and we can break rules and answer questions early. I don't know how many bales of hay yet, Sherry. I have not reconnected with Lester because he's been over there all afternoon. Marilyn, sweetie. Boy, she's walking very gingerly and definitely has some discharge going on. Ooh, and her hips look loose, y'all. I would not be surprised if we see a baby very soon. She's a little bit... No, she's walking normal. From the side, she looked like she was limpy, but now that I'm looking at her from the back, she looks completely fine. She probably just is heavy. That's what we'll go with, heavy. Maybe her ligaments are already loosening. I don't know. Ruby. Marilyn is, let's see here, is much more baggy than the other day. I agree, Paula. Man, wouldn't it be... Okay, so this is really un-Jamie-like of me, but it would be really sweet if I could catch a longhorn being born live because I was here. That would be... I would love that. I would love that for everyone to be able to see. I would love to see it myself. I know that Lester has been a part of births, but I have not been a part of any longhorn births at all. And I would think that that would be really awesome. How is the pond? The pond is doing much better than it has been. So the pond here at JL Ranch, doing much better than it has been. I want to do one more treatment to it, which is a top spray. We got the water cleared up. We got the algae out. And now what is really left on the sides is what's left over from the weeds. So I bought a weed rake, a pond rake. Hi, Danny. And I'm going to... Hi, sweet girl. I am going to... Oh, yes. Gonna try to toss that out there and do that when it's not 100 degrees in the middle of the day, meaning that I will either do it on tomorrow evening or maybe tomorrow morning. Nice, sweet girl. I love that she sneaks away from Ruby to come see me. But overall, the pond's looking much, much better than it was. And I will try to make a video of that to show y'all. Oh, you want to be in that video? I'm sorry, that's in the horse pasture now. That's in the horse pasture now. The pond at Longhorn Lester's is looking pretty dang good too. Oh, thank you for that. Oh, am I salty? That's great. That's perfect. It's good to get away and not have somebody licking your ears, huh? I don't like anybody licking my ears either. Somebody said that Lester thought Marilyn was in heat. I think that Lester saw Marilyn. Again, I'm not the longhorn expert, but she has a much bigger bag than she had the other day. Now, if she can get that from coming into heat, then maybe. But I don't... There's no bull in here with her. And the way that she's walking and looks really wide and has a visible bag, to me, says a lot. Oh boy, here's trouble. Look out, Danny. Sorry that your fun time is over, baby. Ruby. All right. Let's see here. So mini donkeys are doing pretty good. We got everybody medicated yesterday and today. And there was a moment where Seaward... What? Hi, Rita. Seaward was in the barn. And I think that he just got a little bit hot, is what I think. It was a pretty significantly warm weekend here, and I think that he just maybe got himself a little worked up. And today he was out and about the whole day. He ate dinner this evening. He's letting me touch him whenever he eats, which I really like. So I don't know. We'll see how things look tomorrow. Marilyn wants to be near me. I think Marilyn wants to be seen. I can say that. I did fill up their water. Girls. Seriously? It is pretty wild how they don't show until they do, if that makes any sense to y'all. They they do a lot of concealing and then all of a sudden that bag drops. Specifically their first time. Because the first time you're like, is she just getting fat or is she pregnant? And then all of a sudden a bag drops right at the end and you're like, oh, hello, baby. You are really embarrassing everyone. Oh, sweetie. Yeah, I was worried about Seaward as well. And I'm not saying we're out of the woods with Seaward or any of them. You know, let's be honest here. They have been exposed to a lot over time. And no matter what, we have to always consider that they've had way less than the rest of our animals. And while we're doing our best, it also is fly strike season and everything else. And I we're not out of the woods totally on Seaward or on Brandon. Now, little donkey Andy doesn't seem to have any open wounds, but they all have major hoof things. And I wasn't convinced yesterday that Seaward wasn't having just a little bit of hoof pain. Like, they can get abscesses in their hooves, they can get something stuck in their hooves that causes like a bruise. They can get infections in their hooves. So there's still a lot more to go on those little donkeys, and I don't want you to think that like everything's great, hunky dory, all is well. And I feel terrible because in the past they've had to overcome all those things on their own or not, if you know what I mean. So we'll see about how that goes. Ruby, everybody's loves watching you. uh as far as the name Seaward, Lester and I actually we both kind of like the name Seaward. I haven't decided how to spell it or anything like that, but it's kind of sticking. Now, I've been calling him every name, and this is really embarrassing because people were recommending C names, and there was one that stuck out. Obviously, Chance has the meaning behind it, and there's a whole bunch of other things, but somebody recommended Kurt with a C, and that's my dad's name. And here we were on Father's Day. You know, I had just heard from him. My dad and I don't connect very much. He works 7 days a week, 12-hour days, that type of thing. I just messaged Dad, said Happy Father's Day. He responded, a day later on the day that my video posted about the donkeys. And here comes this donkey recommendation name for Kurt with a C. And I wanted really bad to be like, hey, Dad, I don't know. I know you don't watch my videos or know a lot about what's going on in my life, but I just acquired a mini donkey and I named him Kurt after you. I didn't think that would fit really well or go over really well. Like, Dad, because a donkey is an ass or a jackass. I didn't really. I didn't think that would pan out too well, so I refrained and decided that we'll just stick with Seaward a little bit longer and see what his personality is. And so far, Seaward is, it's funny and cute, and no one else has a donkey named that. And I think that there's a lot of power in that scenario because when you are on the internet, on social media, there are a lot of people who have animals that are named, hi, sweet girl, different things. And we like to be unique, just the same way that people like to have unique kids' names. And there's no one else that has a C word. I don't know of anybody else that has a Rita, a senorita either. You know your name. You do, baby. And certainly no one else knows Rita like we do. Isn't her color turning out to be beautiful? Like, she's turning into like this dusty rose, very unique color with shades of dark all throughout. Her mane and tail are very dark still, and her legs will remain dark. She's going to be something stunning, I'm telling you. Not that she isn't already, but I never would have guessed it. And you know what else is coming up is Rita has almost been here a year as well. That blows my mind. Absolutely blows my mind. Jamie, didn't you name a baby duck Kurt? I don't think so. No? So everybody is doing their nighttime routine here. Storm is way over there. Oh, you don't want me to talk about Storm? You want me to talk about you for a while? Well, I was going to talk about everybody, if that's okay. Bucky's is having a little nibble. So is Ivy. And Voodoo is having some of his protein lick, his little nighttime snack. Rita's just having love. She likes love. Hi, sweetie. You sure are beautiful. You're being very sweet tonight. Don't change that just because I'm watching and people are watching, okay? Don't put on the naughty hat. Speaking of putting on a hat, it's not really a hat. It's a wig. You know, the Lester wig. Yesterday, we were gonna go out to dinner and we'll walk up here to the bowls. We were gonna go out to dinner and Lester's like, how's my wig look? Because, you know, it's like his favorite thing and it's funny and whatever. I just rolled my eyes and walked out the door. Like, he had his wig on, his hat on. It's Lester, right? I didn't think that he was being serious. He was going to wear it. I thought he was messing with me. So the next thing, we're in the car and he's wearing it and we're driving and he's like, hey, will you open my phone? And like when we make videos with each other, we'll, you know, airdrop each other the footage or whatever. He's like, the videos from today are on my phone, send them to yours before I accidentally delete them. Well, as I open his phone, I see a video of him in his, like, in what he's wearing tonight. And I'm like, what the heck? So, of course, he's driving. So I click on it. Y'all, that man literally wanted me, I guess he really wanted me to check out how his wig was fitting and make sure no tags were showing because he is like doing a full 360 spin videoing himself in that video. I'm going to post it because, duh, I sent it to myself. He doesn't know that. But he has his camera going and he's checking out all of the angles of his wig alignment because I failed at my job apparently. So there's that from this weekend too. Hey Waylon. Hey Tex. Y'all are looking very handsome this evening. Hey little Gary. We got pretty far on the loafing sheds. I don't know if Lester showed you that yet. I don't know if I'm allowed to show that. Did y'all know that was going to happen? Hi, boys. Waylon always looks so sad and cautious and like defensive to me of like he's a little bit embarrassed to be on camera and a little bit like, you know, like shy. He's a little bit more shy versus Tex is like stoic in the backdrop like, hey, Mom, just another day around here. It was a hot one. Hi, buddy. I know. You got hot today too? But did you eat good? Have you ever looked at his freckles on his legs? He has the neatest, we'll call them stockings, where they're solid all the way around the back. They're speckled up front, and then they get solid again on his knees. Hi, handsome boy. Oh, whoa, whoa. What are you doing with that? Don't side-eye me. That was impressive. I've never seen your tongue so long before. Yeah. He has like a velvety look to him. His coat is so shiny. You are, buddy. Oh, sweetie. I want to scratch him so bad, but Lester's like, we don't touch our bowls. Plus, I would never want to provoke him to get mad or anything like that or scare him or anything. So I won't. Oh, y'all did know about the loafing sheds. Okay, good. I didn't ruin anything. That's good news. You want to tell us anything, Waylon? Yes? Has Gary been good? You're annoyed with Gary? Why? He's a nice guy. You don't like that he gets all the videos about him? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, this one's about you. Tell us all the things already, okay? You already showed off your fancy long gray tongue, your beautiful stockings in the back. Your horns are super symmetrical. He's also very stocky. You have a very handsome tail back there. What else do you want to talk about? His head is really big, though. Like, really, really big. Tell me. You want to talk more about Gary? He's over there just being good. I don't know why you need to say things about him. He doesn't mess with y'all. He just kind of does his own thing. Why are you turning your nose up about him? You just wanted to be the only other man, and he's trying to be a man, and you don't want him to be a man. I see you wrinkling your nose. He doesn't stink. He smells like a cow, just like you and Tex, a boy cow. If y'all would use a little soap sometimes, you wouldn't stink so bad. Oh, that offends you? Of all the things that offends you? Well, fine. Go hang out with your Gary. I'll be over there to... Well, here, let's walk together and see if your water thingy is still in the trough and I don't have to come in. I don't want to come in. I don't. I don't like going in the bull pasture. Not that anybody's ever done anything to me, but I just don't enjoy it. It's a scary moment because, okay, can I do it? Yes. Will I do it? Yes. But I guess I have the horse fear. Like, if I'm walking in, do they think it's food? Do they think that I have something to offer them? I would hope not, because they have a beautiful UFO right there. And it looks like they have knocked the water thing out again. But I don't want them to like run over and think that I have something. Or, because Gary's over here, run over and try to get whatever Gary might think of getting. Look at all this hay that they have tossed around. So crazy. Hello, sir. How you doing, Gary? Are you being a good boy today? Yes. Were they mean to you? Oh, I'm so sorry. What do they say to you? They say that you got to eat on the other side? Well, go do that. They're not eating right now. Okay, good talk. All right, if Gary goes, go on, and then I'll go in and fill up y'all's water. Poor Gary. He's a loner. Loner in the boys club, which I get. Okay. The thing is I know I can run faster than Gary. I'm sorry, I can. I can run faster than you. It's not really a secret. I don't have anything to offer you, though. That's the other thing. I always worry, like, do they smell the girl on me? Do they smell the fact that I was just touching Ruby and Danny? Because if they do, they're going to want me. Not in that way, but they're going to want to smell me. And that means getting really up close and personal with me, which is not cool. Okay, what have we got here? We're about to lose our light out here. All right, those boys are down here. Gary's down here. If I die, it'll be on live. So there's something to be said about that. We're going to make big loops around the Garemeister. Gary, why are you eating that hay? You don't even like that hay. There's like a whole field full of grass. And you're going to fake eat hay? See what I mean by coming towards me? He's like, what do you have? What do you have that I can have? What can you do for me? Okay. Gary's spinning to watch me. Let's see here. Get this turned on. Oh boy. We got a little bit of a... Okay. Gary, thanks for not killing me. Super appreciate that. Oh shit. Oh shit. I said shit on live. Did you see him? He was like, I'll try to kill you anyway. Oh, glad it could be entertaining for y'all. Still got a beautiful sunset. It's lasted 40 whole minutes while we've been hanging out. I'm fine. I just had to run a little bit. I put a little second gear. The longhorns are not mine. Well, now hold on. Lester and I have always talked that we want to be sure that each other can take care of every animal and everything if we have to. So that means me learning all the equipment, all of where things are, how to disconnect things. Doesn't mean I want to do the heavy labor every single day, but it means that I need to know how. Because what if there's a day like today where I need to handle it all? So the same thing goes for him. Does Lester want to bend over every day and pick out at least 8 horse feet? And now, I mean, let's be real here. There are 7 donkeys with 4 feet each too. Now, am I picking those out every day? No. Do I try to do it at least once a week, or if we've had a weather change or that type of thing? Yes, if the weather is rainy and there's a lot of mud, I will absolutely pick it out and treat it for thrush and prevent any moisture or buildup, anything like that. But that's a whole lot of bending over and a whole lot of doing. And no, I mean, that's not for everybody. It's not an enjoyable task when you have to do that volume. But does he know how to do it? Yes, he does. Does he know what to look for and all of those things? Absolutely. So it kind of goes both ways. All right. Did you see I had to walk all the way around to come turn on this water because I didn't walk to the back corner like I should have? Because I did. I had to walk all the way around this deep weed part because I don't know what's lurking in here. I will take the long way around every time when it comes to that. But yeah, the animals that we care for, Lester's passion is longhorns and my passion are horses. And everything else is in between. And we love them all the same. We would never let anything go without or, or be less cared for because they're the other person's thing. And that's how I feel. Why can't I give the bulls some snacks? I could give the bulls some snacks. I just chose not to. They have their UFO and they have lush green grass and we haven't really been doing a lot of snacks, believe it or not. We did some carrots from the garden and they liked those. And then some things I know that people sent Lester brought out here, but overall, we have really cut back on snacks for animals. Now, the horses get 1 neigh nibbler every day after they get all of their shower and their foot care done. I feel like they get a little reward, and that's really helpful in their just behavioral things. And it's one, and that is a freeze dried snack actually, and they love it. It's very healthy. It's just freeze dried carrot. No, the hose came out, y'all. Wait, is it full? It's full enough. I can see the water from here. It's going off for right now. They have plenty of water to drink. Everybody can reach that water. That looks like a Lester job for when he gets here. A lot of people are asking about Sadie. I will go let her out, see if she wants to come hang out with us. We're probably about ready to lose our light out here anyway. It's a pretty peaceful night here at JL. You hear the cicadas going? I'm sure that the people in the Midwest are really sick of hearing locusts or cicadas, whatever you call them. But for here, I still like that sound. It reminds me of home. I I have a funny story to tell. So if y'all saw my video about my new friend out here, his name is Alan. He's a squirrel. Now, we don't have a lot of squirrels down here. Not here, not at Longhorn Lester's, not at Plum Grove. But here there is one, and his name is Alan. Alan sits like right over here. People have actually sent me some things for Alan that I have not opened yet. I will this week. Let's let Sadie out. But I was telling my mom, because my mom has the opposite problem. Sweetie, people want to see you. She's like, it's hot out there, guys. Hi, baby. You coming down? I see that you had your dinner. Oh, she's like, nah. Good to see y'all, but nah. Okay, so I'm out here and I'm talking to my mom today on the phone, and I'm telling her about Alan and how cute he is. And she's like, "Don't feed him. You're gonna have hundreds of them." And I don't think that's gonna be the case. She's like, "They will bring friends, and you'll never be able to have anything grow there because they'll eat all the things." And my mom is having the worst nightmare of squirrel scenarios in her whole life because she's planted some things in a garden. She's planted flowers. They've eaten every bulb that she's planted. And she's been setting traps, live traps, and catching them, and then bringing them to the park in the city, not like St. Louis, like small town, like about a mile away. And she's been painting drops on their backs to be able to identify if they come back. And today some came back, but she's been catching like 12 squirrels a day because there's so many. And she's like, they're all hungry. And she's like, she has pecan trees in her yard. They eat all the pecans. They eat all the flower bulbs. And her poor cucumbers are like, she's like, they're like 6 inches tall because they just keep eating everything. So today she was digging a place to plant her blackberry plant. She bought a blackberry plant that she started inside, and it got to be too big for the pot that it was in. So she went out to the side of her fence that she built, and she was digging a hole for it. And she came in because it's 98 degrees there right now. They're in a heat wave too. And she came in to grab a drink of water, and she was inside for like 3 minutes. And when she came back outside, those squirrels had already been in that hole to see what she was doing. It was like that fast, and they're so like brazen and she's having major squirrel problems. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, Sadie's here, and Sadie's great. And it's a beautiful evening out here. I'm guessing that y'all aren't going to get to talk to Lester tonight. And I'm sorry for everyone that came to hang out with Lester. Instead, you got a JL Ranch tour, a bag report, a beautiful sunset, some squirrel chat. You got to see me curse as little Gary tried to kill me a little bit, just a little bit. It's fine. Um, you know, all the things. Oh, and Grandpa's leaving us now too. Hi, sweetie. I'm guessing that Lester will make it all up to you tomorrow. Probably not in the same way that he made it all up to you on Friday afternoon with his crazy prank stuff, but that's okay. Totally okay. We'll give him a break. He worked hard this afternoon. What do you think, Sade? I hear it too, baby. I hear horns. I hear horns and honking and craziness. Oh my gosh. I'm not kidding. That's Lester honking. He's like, don't hang up. He must have things to say to y'all. Look, how funny that I'm like, well, maybe you won't get to see Lester. And then lo and behold, I got my own dang parade right here. You did get a timeout Tuesday on a Sunday, and now you get a lunch with Lester on a Sunday as well, because I'm going to hand over this phone to him and let him chat it all up. He's probably going to want to come inside. He made it. He did make it. I knew that he was not trying to miss it or dodge y'all or anything. Look at Voodoo over there, all handsome in the light. Sorry, sidetrack. Here he comes, and he's got a bale of hay on his bumper. Hey, Grandpa, I heard you, buddy. Oh, boy, Dad's home. Well, not home. Dad's here. Are you tired? It is a round bale of hay.
No, it's a roll of hay.
Oh, okay. Did you see? Okay, well, did you see what Gary tried to do to me?
I heard you say a bad word.
Twice.
I know. Because I thought you got run, Gary.
I cannot run, Gary, but it doesn't make me scared. Doesn't make me not scared. That hay looks great.
Oh my gosh. I'm excited to reveal the big news.
You are? You have about 10,000 people that have been waiting to hear the big news.
So listen, it is okay. So I don't even know where to start. First of all, you did a great job in the live. I watched the entire thing. Sorry I'm late. Sorry I look the way I look. It's been a long darn day.
Yes.
I did use sunblock to all the mamas out there, the mama figures. I did use sunblock, so thank you.
Okay, while Lester's working up to tell you all this story in the comments, please give us your best guess on how many rolls you think have happened. So keep going.
That Mr. Ed, this is crazy. Mr. Ed said, 7580. That's kind of how Ed talks. 7580. 75 or 80 is what Mr. Ed said. Between 75, hey, sweetie, okay. 75 or 80, okay? Fine. How many do you guys think?
Hold on, they're still typing.
Oh, how many rolls of hay do you think we got off that pasture there at the Plum Grove property?
I saw 2 people get it right so far. 3.
It is the craziest thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. You ready?
Okay.
77.
What?
And a half. Because whenever the round roller, the round baler has, when you're done rolling, you pick it up everything you can, you still have to eject whatever may be in there. It may not be a full roll, but you eject it. And they went ahead and opened it up, and a half roll came out.
Oh, so 77. Then nobody got it right.
77 full rolls. How does that man do it, though?
I don't know how he does it.
How does he do that?
Hey, do you think when he gets towards the end, he's like, I said between 75 and 80, so I better make these stretch or squeeze it all in? Or
you can't control.
I know, I'm just teasing you.
Don't get out there and adjust all
I'm teasing you.
No, he's just that. He's been doing it his
Slow down.
Doing it his entire life, and at this point, he just knows. But this is the most amazing thing about videos you're going to see coming out in the next couple of days. And I hate to give it away because I know how you guys are going to do. You're not going to watch because you already know. You'll watch something else. But get this. There were 5 tractors.
Wow.
Crisscrossing across the pastures. Actually, with Mr. Ed's, it would be 6 tractors. I've never seen such a spectacle in my life. I have drone footage. Buddy and Steph had their tractor there. They were helping pick up hay. We had Brienne there on the tractor picking up hay. We had my dad in his tab. Oh, it was so hot.
Wait, he has the bumper lift.
It was so hot. Yeah, my dad sitting there picking up hay.
Bebopping along.
Bumper lift, picking up hay. Uncle Dan was coming across to pick up hay. And so Mr. Ed and his wife were sitting there watching after all the hay was baled and rolled up. And all these tractors just crisscrossing all over the place. I'm using mine to kind of stack it in the barn. I got some great drone footage of all this happening. And then me and Dan did something very cool. Me and Dan did something that no one's going to ever believe. It's never been done before, but I'm going to have to show it to you.
Did you sword fight with Buddy's swords?
Well, no, sort of. But
oh, my God.
It's hard to talk about.
It's hard to talk about.
Okay, so can you see what's going on over here?
Yes.
All right, can you video that?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something that I don't even know where this came from, but it's funny. It's funny. Are you ready?
Yeah.
That's Uncle Dan coming towards me with a roll of hay.
Oh
all right.
gosh.
And what the way it goes is I was the one stacking the hay in the barn. The other four tractors were bringing hay to me, right?
Okay.
So I don't know why I was at kind of a lull. I was bored. I was bored. I was sitting there bored.
Shocker.
And I see Dan coming towards me. Going, you know what? I'm going to try something. You ready? What do you think I'm going to
Did you
try?
play chicken with Dan?
Sort of. No. Watch. You ever played that game where you got to pass the ball from one person to the next?
Yes.
Using only either like your
Your
neck or your knees or something.
Oh my
So
gosh.
me, Dan passed he passed the hay to me, and the hay never touched the ground. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'll try to stop waddling. Stick it to me.
Oh my god.
Come on. Dan was embarrassed. Stick it in there, Dan. There you go. Come on, Dan.
Oh my gosh.
All right, that's good.
So
Well,
you did a handoff, a hay handoff.
I'm gonna fix it like the old
That's
days.
pretty
That's not what I
awesome.
meant. That's not what I meant. Guys, that's not what I meant. You have to have fun, y'all. You have to have fun. We
That's awesome.
I want to pass the hay off to each other, which made me think of a really fun relay race.
Oh my gosh.
Farm boy truck.
Thank you.
You need to hush it up there, you old wrecking ball. I'm coming. She's like, I smell Plum Grove hay. I know you brought a roll. When do I get to taste it? I'm coming, Jolene. That's Jolene, our wrecking ball.
Yeah.
And she loves her daddy. But listen, there's a couple of games I invented today because I was so bored.
Oh
that
my
was
gosh.
one of them. Two tractors must pick up a one roll of hay, and you pass it to each other. You pass it along. That was funny. It's a little awkward when you have these two hay spears coming together and you.
Right.
Okay, you know what? But it's better than my dad's bumper hay because my dad's bumper one. That was. I almost asked my dad, "Hey, back it up in here, Dad.
Oh my god.
Lift up a little bit higher, Dad. A little bit higher." But you know, I just.
Leave it to the Morrows to come up with hay games while hauling hay.
And then there's another one.
Did you have caffeine on the way here?
No, I'm just excited. I'm sorry I'm late.
No.
So then the other one that I come up with, hey, sweet girl, I'm going to love you too in just a few minutes. The other one that I came up with was really fun. So my tractor, Dan's tractor, we're tractor operators, okay? We're tractor operators. However, my dad, Brianne, Bud, and Steph, they're learning. They're getting there. You know, they're learning. And so they could not get through the ditch to the other side. So me and Dan were handing rolls of hay over the fence and dropping them over. So sometimes the hay would not land the way you want it to spear it. It would land this way. So they were having a really hard time trying to turn the hay over to spear it.
Yeah.
So instead, I went around with my tractor and had to take all of these rolls of hay and spear it, flip it, spear it, and flip. And I'm thinking, wait, that would be a fun game. Like roll. You have to roll the hay around the pasture, but by spearing it and flipping it from one.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, it's just some hay.
I think that sounds fun.
My mind was generating all kinds of crazy hay games. So hey, there'll be a video coming out. There's going to be some really awesome stuff. Now I promise you, you're going to see my dad's video.
Hold on.
Enjoy it.
People think that I video like your dad now, so we can't we can't be going extreme on that.
That is true. You do video like my dad, upside down and whatnot.
Whatever.
But you'll have my dad's version, and I promise you, my dad's will be the first video out because my dad has to beat everybody. It is what it is.
Well, y'all learned from somewhere.
But listen, here's the biggest blessing. I'm going to say this, and then I'll let you go. We filled our barn to capacity.
That's amazing.
There is no more space in our barn at all.
That's amazing.
It is filled from the floor to the ceiling to capacity. We've never had so much hay in our barn, and there was still more.
That's awesome.
I sent 11 rolls over to my dad's, so now Dad has a start with his hay. Hold on, it gets better. I brought one roll here to test it out. I don't know if it should come here to the little donkeys. I'm kind of thinking the little donkeys probably need it more because they're the ones who are kind of stuck in a smaller pasture that doesn't have their own grass yet. And so I almost thought it would be for here because I'm going to test it out.
Yeah.
But then get this. We still have several months of the growing season.
Yeah.
So we will more than likely get a second cut.
That would be awesome.
September, October, and I'm not going to say that we're going to get the same amount because this was a true blessing.
Yeah, this is a monumental.
But even if we only get our average 30 or 40, that's all 30 or 40 rolls going to Jake, Dan, my dad,
Yeah,
Brienne. That's going to save them a ton of money.
absolutely.
So what a blessing! What a darn blessing! And then there's a whole lot of really neat footage that I recorded today. Drone footage, some time lapse footage. But enjoy the videos because I know Buddy was videoing him and Stephanie. Brienne was videoing. My dad was videoing. Dan, I don't think Dan videoed. Dan was like, no, this is your thing. Go ahead. But Dan sure worked his butt off.
Aw.
And so y'all enjoy their videos and tell them thank you. Tell them thank
Yes,
you
please do tell them
for
thank
getting
you.
out in the heat because listen, Mr. Ed could not get to it this morning. The hay was so thick, he had to come by and rake it
To dry it out
and
more.
then come by and fluff it again because
Wow.
it just needed to dry. And so he was able to start cutting till close to 4 o'clock.
Holy moly.
And so as soon as he would drop a roll out, there'd be a tractor to pick it up and bring to the barn, and I'd start stacking. So it was a very busy and hot afternoon, and everyone's out there just sweating bullets, even on a tractor. You may not actually
it's hot.
Physical labor, but it is hot. And so no one has cool umbrellas like I got on mine.
Yeah, well, not everybody can be that cool. Hey, I have a question for you. Did you watch from the beginning of the live?
Yes, I saw Marilyn.
Dang it, I didn't know if you were gonna watch.
So embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed that I don't know these cows better, but I'm a man, and men don't know. Women can be summertime bloating or whatever. We don't know. We don't know. We know what we know. We just don't know, y'all, and we never claim to know. And so,
But you saw it, right?
but I saw it. But just remember, I never called myself Longhorn Lester. Someone gave me that name. Someone else named me that. So,
well, I think we're within days of Marilyn, just so you know.
I feel so horrible not to know them better. But like you said, okay. She's a new mom. She's never had a baby before.
It doesn't drop till it does.
And it doesn't drop till it does.
You got anything else you want to talk about? You want me to flip this around for you?
No, it's just that I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to be late, but thank y'all for watching. And Jamie, thank you for doing this without me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all the water.
You have to go. You got to go finish that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's on you. They have plenty of water. I can see it's about 6 inches from the top.
Oh, I'll do it. But we're fine.
Yeah.
Then. Okay, good.
Well, y'all, thank you for joining me on Sanctuary Sunday and for the last minute Lester update. I know he's gonna go love on Jolene. I know that he's itching for a shower. So am I. And I got to go head back to Longhorn Lester's as well. So the night is young. But the light in the sky, our sunset is almost completely over. Thank you for giving us the greatest gift of all, which is your time. I know, or I read a stat this week that there are 150 million YouTube channels. And I just want to tell you how much we feel like we won the lottery by finding y'all. And how wonderful it is to be able to share so much with you. So I hope that you have a blessed night. I hope that you stay well and stay safe. And I promise we'll catch you on the next video.